Which would you rather have? A powerful ally or a formidable legendary spear? You'll be faced with this dilemma in the quest, Find the Nightsong. Use the timestamps below to jump to specific parts of the walkthrough, as the video is quite long. In Act 2, make your way to Thorm Mausoleum. If you found the House of Healing, this is directly north of that location. In the mausoleum, head towards the chamber at the northern end. There are plenty of traps here, so be sure to have a Starian with you. To open the hidden passage, look closely below the 3 paintings. There are buttons here that you need to press.
From this painting. He knows you. He was a trifling stain in your bloody past. But who is he mourning?
The last one is that of General Thorm.
An army of Sharans. You've led grander hordes of truer butchers. This is nothing.
Head towards the circular platform and activate the traversal gem.
What's that?
Where will it bring us, though?
This will take you to the Gauntlet of Shar. To open the way into the temple, you need to disable the force field surrounding Shar's statue. You can't simply approach it directly. To disable the force field, you need to lower all the mystic thuribles in this chamber and extinguish their flame. There are levers in these locations surrounding Shar's statue. Be careful when entering the chambers, as there are plenty of traps. Pull the lever, and then extinguish the flame of the lowered thuribles. After doing so, you will then be able to see the force field, and where the openings are to reach the statue.
Welcome, child.
At this point, this gateway behind the statue is now unlocked, and you can continue deeper into the temple. But if you can't be bothered with the puzzle, there's another way in. Just head towards the bulky door to the west. There's a secret passage here that lets you enter the inner chambers. But a level 8 cloaker made its home here, and you need to fight it to continue. I'm not going to bore anyone with this fight. After beating it, head towards the double oak doors at the northern part of the cavern.
Let's get going.
You'll meet Balthazar here, financial advisor of General Thorm. But you need to help his minions beat some Justiciars first.
Rancid donkey scrotum! The quakes herald the shadows. It's already too late.
Despite the dramatic entrance, these guys are pushovers. It's an easy fight. Just focus on the Umbral tremors. The enemies will stop spawning once you've destroyed all these. There's a vault here that needs a 30 sleight of hand roll to open. But be warned, the loot inside isn't worth it. Speak with Balthazar once you're done looting the place. He's the fat dude who shaved his head and carved triangles on his face. He has so much bling on him he looks like a rapper, then a financial advisor.
Face to face. Not just any true soul would have succeeded in following my path through this place. You should be pleased.
He'll think you're a loyal true soul and will seek your help.
I am Balthazar, Chief Advisor to General Thorm, and entrusted with a mission of utmost importance. Do you know what is at stake here? There is a relic here, one which General Thorm desires. No, needs. I will retrieve it for him. And
That relic, of course, is the Nightsong.
The relic is close, but the way is barred and Shar's dead are uncooperative. Clear the path for me by blade, cunning, or whatever it takes. I will remain here until you have succeeded. Or fallen.
I'd trust this gas bag about as far as I can throw him, which isn't far. But perhaps better to play along, for now.
He'll ask you to clear the way to the inner sanctum, where the Nightsong is located. If you successfully persuade him to offer you something that could assist you, he'll give you a bell that can summon his flesh golem.
I will assign flesh to aid you on your way. Ring this bell, and he will come.
But this only works while you're inside the Gauntlet of Shar.
My brother is no intellectual powerhouse, but he is strong, loyal, and punctual. Should a fight turn against you, remember the bell.
Regardless of which path you took, at the very center of the temple, you'll find an ancient altar.
On the altar is an inscription. Brave the gauntlet of your Lady Shar, surmount her trials, and rise a Dark Justiciar.
The Gauntlet of Shar. This place is legendary. Even with half my memories locked away, I still remember the stories. The Dark Lady's finest warriors arose from this place. Now I'm here. In order to join Lady Shar's elite, you had to pass her trials, then make a sacrifice in her innermost sanctum. One revealed only when you've proven yourself. Very few made it that far. I've dreamed of this place. This is my destiny. I must complete the trials. If I become a Dark Justiciar, I'll have Lady Shar's highest blessing and her arsenal at my disposal. This will be good for all of us. Let's explore.
The ancient altar and the levitating disc are non-functional at the moment. You'll need to find an Umbral Gem to activate them. The first gem is nearby. Head towards the east until you see a displacer beast. It will run away, so follow it. The Umbral Gem is guarded by Yurgir and his minions. He has an entire quest of his own, so let's not deal with him at the moment. You need to turn invisible twice for this method to work.
Well, this is a lot. I have a terribly familiar feeling. We're being watched.
Crouch, then pocket the gem. Then quickly turn invisible again and leave.
Moving.
Place the gem in the ancient altar to update Shadowheart's quest.
Wait. Nothing. Nothing's wrong at all.
You detect the gentlest of presences disturbing the temple's ancient, stale air. It seems to encircle Shadowheart, welcoming her.
My lady, Shar. You may have felt her, but I heard her. She gave me a mission. There is a holy weapon hidden away, the Spear of Night. I have to claim it, then use it to make her sacrifice in Lady Shar's inner sanctum. If I succeed, I'll become a Dark Justiciar. There's a library in this place somewhere. That's where I need to look. We need to find that spear.
From here, start heading west.
Time to press ahead.
Head north when you see this ancient sigil circle.
Nothing of value comes easy. Overcome my trials and win my embrace.
This is the first of Shar's trials.
Her most vaunted treasure.
Shall prove myself worthy, Lady Shar.
The bowl contains an ancient rust-colored bloodstain. It forms a neat disc, as if spilled calmly and willingly. You recognize this as a trial where initiates would prove themselves to Lady Shar. This one would put their skills of stealth and infiltration to the test.
Reach the other side to receive my gift.
Can remain unseen and can still obtain what they want.
To complete it quickly, you need to sneak your way in, using the leftmost entrance. Jump through this opening here. And lockpick this iron gate to get the Umbral Gem. Before starting, cast Blessing of the Trickster to make sneaking easier. And be sure to manually steer Shadowheart away from the traps.
Best avoid that trap.
This iron gate only needs a sleight of hand check of 10 to open. You don't even need a Starian for this.
On I go.
After getting the gem, use the transporter to get out of the maze. Continue to the second trial in the next room.
Countless initiates walk these halls once, seeking to become Dark Justiciars. I will follow in their path.
Her most hallowed mercy.
The rest of the trials are down this stairs here.
Better get to it.
Another bowl, bearing the stains of an ancient blood offering. Another of Lady Shar's trials that her initiates must face. This one would challenge their combat prowess.
Vanquish your old life to receive my wisdom.
You'll be fighting with your own reflections here, so be prepared for a tough battle. There's an unguarded area to the right. Use this to get close to the enemies, and swiftly dispose of whoever is unlucky enough to be hiding in this spot. And it's Astarion, of course. Who else could it be? But there's a trick in this trial. You're only supposed to attack your own reflection. As soon as Shadowheart attacked Astarion, she was inflicted with Cheater's Folly. This reduced all her ability scores by 1. It's up to you how you want to play it, but know that this debuff will disappear after taking a long rest. Let's skip ahead to the end of the fight. After defeating the reflections, grab the second Umbral Gem and exit the area. There's a staircase to the north. Follow it down until you reach the room of the third trial.
Navigate the darkness to feel my embrace.
This one is the easiest among the 3. I'm not sure if the path is really slightly visible, or it's because my display is just too bright, but just follow the path all the way to the structure where the gem is at.
Let's try this way. The inner sanctum is within reach now.
The next room to the south is the Silent Library. The Spear of Night is here. If you rely on spells, destroy the librarian first at the center of the room to dispel the silence aura. The enemies here aren't particularly tough, so let's skip this fight as well. To open the hidden chamber, you need to place the book, Teachings of Loss, the Nightsinger, in the pedestal.
Ever onward.
What can silence the Nightsong?
Oh dear. Someone's left a trap out for us.
The Spear of Night is a quest item, so be sure to get it. At this point, we have everything needed to enter the inner sanctum.
May be important. Best keep it close.
Head back to the floating platform at the top of the temple and activate it. The 3 Umbral Gems from the trials must be inserted here.
Let's get going. Need to find a way forward.
This must be the last step. I need to pray.
You can eavesdrop on what's happening, but know that Shadowheart will find out, and she won't be pleased.
You feel your mind slip into Shadowheart's, but you are not the only one present. There is another, Ancient, commanding, rendered from purest darkness. Shar.
Take my spear, step forward, and strike down the Selûnite.
As you command, Nightsinger.
Now go. Warm my blade with moon-crazed blood, and be wary of your companion. He pries in your thoughts.
That wasn't for you to hear! Yes, you could have. Don't pretend otherwise. It's simple. My Lady Shar demands a sacrifice. One life. Not that it matters, but her reward aligns with your own interests. Just remember what I said. Let me do what I need to.
As you step into the silent water, a foreign dread travels through you. It curls its way up your leg, squeezing tight.
Lady Shar. I can feel her all around. This is her domain. This is the Shadowfell.
You cleared the way for me, true soul. What promising flesh you are. As a reward, I shall let you bear witness to my masterpiece.
This is the Dark Lady's domain. He does not belong here.
I have been trying to reach this place to retrieve something of great value, and thanks to you, the path is unblocked. Bravo. Now get on with it. Try not to lose your footing. I hate to see good flesh wasted on a long fall into oblivion.
Have fun jumping around in Shadowfell, and make your way to the center of the plane.
What's next?
Balthazar. Come to add more bars to my cage? Or perhaps to lead this would-be Justiciar's blade directly to my heart? I invite you. Heap more sins upon your head. My retribution will be all the sweeter for them.
All this time, and you still fail to appreciate the gifts I bestowed on you, Aylin. Sad to see a thing of beauty not recognize its own worth. But General Thorm, he appreciates you, and he wants you close at hand. So, I am here to whisk you back to him.
Ketherick. I welcome the sight of him after these 100 years. He whose immortality I supply with my very soul.
General Thorm. I'm sure you'll be on your best behavior for him, but just in case, I've taken some precautions. Keep back. It will take quite some concentration to secure Aylin for her little journey. Person, please. You insult her. You insult me. Aylin is so much more than that. She is an Asimar, bound to a soul cage of my creation, and lending her immortal strength to General Thorm. Her power, his will, and my genius. An unsurpassable feat.
There will be 3 possible outcomes here. The first one is to stand back and let the Nightsong be taken.
Now don't struggle, Aylin. Well, maybe struggle a little.
A pleasure to have made your acquaintance, little warrior. We will meet again. I am eternal. I will be free one day. And I never forget a face. Until then.
Shadowheart will naturally fail her quest if you do this. There's no stopping her from leaving your group. But you'll be on good terms with the Cult of the Absolute, if that's how you want to play it.
Finally showed yourself. I thought you might try and avoid me. I had a choice to make, in the heart of Lady Shar's domain. But you denied me that chance. Now my future is gone. Nothing but wind-blown ashes and wasted potential. I can no longer suffer your company. Be grateful I don't rid myself of it with a blade. You would be wise to forget me. I can only hope I one day forget you.
To kill or set the Nightsong free, you need to defeat Balthazar and his minions first.
Balthazar has drawn his final rancid breath. A pity it was not my hand that brought it about. Instead, it was you. You, who have come to seek the praise of your wicked goddess. You, who have come to drive a dagger through my heart.
Not a dagger, a spear. My Lady Shar's spear. Her fate is mine to seal. Let me handle this.
The fate you seal is your own. To be a Dark Justiciar is to turn your heart from everything but loss. You will know no love, no joy, only servitude, until of course your mistress inevitably discards you. And there is much she does not tell you. A terrible blood price that may extend beyond my own death.
You feel Shadowheart bristling. This is important to her. But your bond is strong. You may yet be able to sway her from the path of duty to the path of light. And Nightsong is not blind to your conflict. Behind that raging heart is the restless beat of one who knows too well that her fate hangs in the balance.
What's that I sense? A spear intended for my heart? Empowered by your goddess, I. Empowered to kill the child of a god. Do you know what I am, little assassin? For I know you. A lost child. Frightened by wolves in the dark.
What did you say?
Much has been promised to you, hasn't it? But what has been taken from you? What do you know of your own heart? Your own life? I sense more in you than you know.
What do you think? What should I do?
If you have a strong bond with Shadowheart, you will be able to influence her decision. This is what happens when she kills Aylin.
There it is. True death, at last. You are Shar's child, after all. And I am.
It is done. You have proven yourself. You have answered my highest calling. My chosen. My warrior. My Dark Justiciar. No more hiding. Let me show you. Let all see how you have served me, Shadowheart, and how you have been rewarded. Your pain is now your power. Wield it true.
Killing Aylin will make Shadowheart a Dark Justiciar.
My church must be cleansed. You shall be my instrument in ridding it of the impure. Then you shall take up the mantle as its new leader. First, hunt down the traitor, Ketheric Thorm. He shunned my embrace. He let my armies be slaughtered. He used my domain to safeguard his wretched life. But now, without the Nightsong, he is vulnerable. End him. In my name, Shadowheart. Let him see you in your splendor before you shut his eyes forever. Once he is vanquished, Baldur's Gate awaits. Your holy work will continue there, where you first learned of my embrace. Take up my spear again and go forth. Let the cleansing begin.
Finally! Through me, her will is enacted. Her shadows strengthen and the darkness takes all. I am her chosen.
Chosen to be at her beck and call 24/7, with no end in sight. A lifetime of servitude seems like. In addition to being made a Dark Justiciar, Shadowheart will be rewarded with a legendary spear called Shar's Spear of the Evening. This grants you advantage on saving throws while lightly or heavily obscured, and grants the wielder immunity to blindness. But what's great about this weapon is that it lets you cast blindness every turn. You'll also receive 3 armor pieces. The Dark Justiciar half-plate armor grants Shar's protection. This reduces all incoming damage by 2, and reflects 1 to 4 necrotic damage to attackers. However, this requires Shield of Faith to be active. This is a level 1 abjuration spell that increases armor class by 2. This requires concentration, so it conflicts with the blindness spell from Shar's Spear of the Evening. The Dark Justiciar Gauntlets adds 1 to 4 necrotic damage to your weapon attacks, and lets you cast Beckoning Darkness every turn. Affected creatures take 2 to 16 necrotic damage when they start their turn in a lightly or heavily obscured area. And lastly, you get the Dark Justiciar Boots. This allows you to cast Shadow Teleportation. It's similar to Misty Step, but will only work in obscured areas. These items will drastically change how you play Shadowheart. She can now attack twice per round, since Beckoning Darkness is a bonus action. Do take note that people in Last Light In will die. This includes Jaheira.
What do you think? What should I do?
If you do decide to save Aylin, you'll be in for quite a surprise.
I believe I just did that. Lady Shar will disown me. What will happen to me?
Not what will happen. What will you do? Your past is not yet lost. Your future is not yet fixed. Lay a hand on me in friendship, not quite Sharon. And I will fight the battle that has been waiting for me this last century. Then, oh then, we will have much to discuss.
You'll discover that she's in fact a daughter of the goddess Selene.
Lady of Silver, hear me. She who guides the Moon Maiden Selena, mother of the so-called Nightsong. The Nightsong is no more! Given me a great gift, little warrior. Don't you find it oh so curious that you would spurn your Dark Lady? Perhaps you feel a stirring of the truth already. But that will come later. There is a battle yet to be fought. You have done what we feared was impossible. You have released me from a century of sorrow. Your power is great. So too must be your weapon. You must choose what you will wield. And the Moon Maiden will provide. Thus I have said. Thus will it be so. Are you ready? To kill Ketheric Thorm.
We need to leave. Lady Shar won't stand for us to be here, not after what we did. She must be angry. Yet, I don't feel it. Or hear it. There's only silence. Let's get out of here, please. Whatever's coming, I don't want to be in the heart of the Shadowfell when it finds me. The Nightsong will be headed for Moonrise Towers. We'd better get there. And see what she's unleashed against Ketheric Thorm.
Releasing Aylin will also grant you a weapon, the Moonlight Glaive. Although it's not as strong as Shar's Spear of the Evening, Aylin will be available as a companion later in the game. That more than makes up for it. So there you have it, the 3 possible ways to end this quest. This has been a very long video. Thanks for sticking around till the end.
Powerful ally. Well chosen, Shadowheart.